Hey, what's up? lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the 2010 animated feature film Shrek Forever After. This is the fourth and final film in the Shrek franchise. Note my air quotes because in 2011 there's the Puss in Boots movie, and then Shrek 5 is actually slated. It's in production. So this was pitched as a happily ever after Shrek Forever After. Get it? Haha, cute, punny. At the end, Shrek puts the book of Shrek back on a shelf. It says the end. Very cute, very nice closing, leading into nothing. But then obviously we have stuff coming up. So this is an interesting film. Again, it's like the third. It doesn't have that much magic to it. It's very dark compared to the first three, to be completely honest. Shrek is dealing with the triplets' first birthday party and the stress of, being a dad and organizing everything, and no one fears him anymore. He's just a domesticated husband. He's not a fearsome ogre as he once was. No one screams and goes, ogre, when he walks by. So he makes a deal with Rumpelstiltskin inadvertently after he's venting to Rumpelstiltskin in his little magic, trailer. And so Rumpel makes this deal with him that, like, if he trades a day, like he'll get a day of like peace and serenity, but he has to trade a day of his own life with Rumpel. So he trades a day that he can't remember when he was a kid. That way it doesn't affect him. He can go back to being a fearsome ogre. And then so the wish is granted, but Rumpel takes the day of his birth away. So Shrek gets thrown into this alternate universe where he doesn't exist, and he has to re-fall in love with Fiona all over again, who's a warrior ogre princess, and there's a slew of other ogres battling against Rumpel and his kingdom of far, far away, who he stole from Fiona's mom and dad after they went to him to try to, release Fiona of her spell that was put upon her, the curse that was put upon her from the fairy godmother. It all is intertwined. It's all explained, thankfully, but like, it's dark. It's him trying to figure out his place in the world and realizing, all the good that he actually had, and he made such a big mistake, letting it all go by trading a day with Rumpel. So eventually, Shrek and Fiona fall in love with each other in this alternate universe. The real reality comes back into play, and everybody lives happily ever after. So it's a nice wrap up. It's just very dark, and it's it's the same thing of It's a Wonderful Life, or the Santa Claus 3. It's I wish I'd never been born. I wish I'd never been born, and it's the same kind of story. And realizing how good you had it prior to you saying you wish you'd never been born. So it was good. Wasn't great. The second one is by far the best out of all four so far. I've never seen Puss in Boots, the 2011 film. We're going to watch that. We're going to talk about it. Then we're going to watch the Shrek musical. And that wraps up our Shrek marathon up until potentially Halloween for Scary Stories, and then potentially Christmas for Shrek the Halls. If I didn't talk about it already, I honestly don't remember. I've seen it a few times, but I don't remember if we've talked about it. We got to look into this. To be continued. Mucho mahalo.